Hey everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to November of 2021. Isn't this crazy that we're almost to the end of this year? I still can't fathom how fast this year has gone, and I can only imagine the older I get, the faster it flies. Anyways, I'm doing something kind of different for Diabetes Awareness Month. This is an Instagram challenge initially kind of done by Reba Redmond. If you don't follow her, please do. She's from Canada, super awesome with mental health and diabetes awareness. She shares a lot of her experiences there, and I highly recommend you follow her. But anyways, she has a 30-day T1D challenge, and I decided to put my own spin on it. So I'm going to be doing all of these kind of in 4 pieces. So I'll kind of do like a diabetes awareness week 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 30 different types of questions I can answer, and I'm going to do, that would be about 7 to 8 per video. So I think the first 2 videos I'll do 7 questions each, and the last 2 videos I'll do 8. So I'll go through and answer those as honestly as I can for you, and hopefully this will kind of share some diabetes awareness. Considering that the more awareness we spread, the more likelihood it is for us to continue to build that way to find a cure and to just embrace this disease altogether. I still, every single morning when I wake up, cannot fathom how many people like watching someone like myself who is just the simple person living in the Midwest with an autoimmune disease. I go to work, I went to school, I'm really just like anybody else, but y'all find me so interesting, which is interesting to me because sometimes I find myself very boring. But anyways, you have no idea how every single morning I wake up so thankful and grateful to have nearly 3,000 people dedicated to this channel, and I'm sure all the rest of you that kind of just join in and watch no matter what. I'm thankful for all of you, and please continue to support this channel as much as possible because I want to continue this channel throughout my life. Anyways, with that being said, we'll jump right into these questions. And I have them on my phone, so I apologize if I look like I'm looking down a lot, but they're all kind of sitting on my phone here. So there is 7 of the first 7 I'll do here. If you see me wearing the same clothing in the second video because I'm going on a binge filming session, it tends to work well with my schedule. So if you see the second week video with the same shirt, I apologize, but you gotta love Olaf, right? And it says, I love warm hugs. I love this shirt. My favorite shirt. One of my favorite shirts. Disney lover. 23 years old and still love Disney. Okay, anyways, let's get back on topic. So the first prompt I have here, it says introduction and diagnosis story. So I kind of like to do these every so often on my channel just because I get a lot of rapid growth. But I'll kind of introduce myself and give you a brief diagnosis story. I did do my diagnosis story. If I can remember, I'll link it down below. I did it a long time ago for you guys. I think I did a half an hour's worth of sharing every detail that I can remember from being diagnosed. And I still can remember every single detail. It's been over 3 years, but still kind of something that I can remember vividly. Anyways, if you are new to my channel or any of my social medias, I'm Maddie. I've been living with type 1 diabetes for a little over 3 years. And I am a registered dental hygienist. I've actually only been practicing for approximately 5 months. I just graduated this year, and I love my job. You have no idea how thankful I am to have my dream job. When I am not working or managing and being my own full-time pancreas, I absolutely love being on YouTube, but I also love drawing and painting and spending a lot of time with family and friends. I'm pretty simple. There's not really much to me. I just am a happy-go-lucky person who just lives my life day to day, and I'm a firm believer in God. God is my rock. God is my shield. You have no idea how incredibly lucky I am to have such a strong faith in God that it literally has kept me so solid as far as getting through this disease, but also other parts of my life. So my diagnosis story, I'm going to try to keep this very short and simple, but I had a lot of symptoms kind of leading up to it. I was going to the bathroom a lot, drinking a lot. I lost over 30 pounds within 2 weeks, and I truly wasn't feeling good. I was losing color in my face. I had yeast infections in my female reproductive tract for like over a month and a half and couldn't figure out why, and that was all high sugars and all those different things. And anyways, my diagnosis ended up leading me to a 12.7 A1C and a blood sugar of 513 milligrams per deciliter, which is 28.5 millimoles per liter for those of you who live in countries where we don't use milligrams per deciliter. I've said that number so many times that I literally have it memorized. So my blood sugar was pretty outstandingly high. However, what would have killed me was the dehydration. I was missing 8 to 9 liters of body fluid, and the doctor said it probably would have been only a matter of hours before I would have been in a coma because my kidneys were starting to go into stage 1 or stage 2 renal failure. Very, very lucky that I was able to get in time and get that all reversed. Everything is healthy here. I'm doing well. My A1C now is anywhere from low 6s to mid 6s pretty much. I had a little rocky patch when I switched to a different insulin pump. But anyways, that's my basic diagnosis story, and you have no idea how incredibly lucky I am to be here, along with all of you. Not everybody's diagnosis story is identical, but if you're a type 1 diabetic, you're incredibly lucky to be living here today, especially since just a little over 100 years ago, this disease was a death sentence. Second prompt is my favorite diabetes book. Well, I've read a few, but the one that's nearest and dearest to my heart is Bright Spots and Landmines. That is a book that I recommend. I did a review on it on my channel. That is a book I first read when I was diagnosed, and I really just like how it showed the good, bad, and ugly and how to deal with diabetes and all those different things. So that was absolutely my favorite book. Currently, as weird as it sounds, I'm reading a pregnancy and type 1 diabetes book. I am in no way, shape, or form pregnant or going to be pregnant within the next 2 months or something silly like that. But I'm mentally preparing myself for that. Nothing wrong with giving yourself more knowledge, right? I'm a female. I need to embrace that. So that book's been pretty interesting. But my all-time favorite is Bright Spots and Landmines. So again, if you see a cat's tail in the video, you know who it is. It's Tinkerbell. Anyways, the third prompt says, do I use a CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitor, a flash glucose monitor, or a glucometer, which is just the normal finger pokes? I use a Dexcom G6. I have had the Dexcom G6. It'll be going on 3 years coming up November 10th or 11th, so it's November 5th today. So we're getting pretty gosh darn close to that time frame where I've had Dexcom for 3 years. Prior to that, I did a glucometer for 4 straight months prior to having a continuous glucose monitor. But I still use a Contour Next 1 meter when this guy doesn't work. So my answer to that question is a CGM with a glucometer as needed. Number 4, the bright side of type 1 diabetes. There's so many bright sides, but I love the community behind this because I feel like we're such unique individuals. I believe God has called each and every single one of us as type 1 diabetics to embrace this journey, to teach others something, and to just make this world a better place. So to me, it's the community. It's me having this YouTube channel and meeting a bunch of different people, whether it's online, in person, whatever the case may be. You have no idea how blessed I am to be a part of this community and to feel accepted in this community, as well as me being accepting of other people. And I wanted to point out, please do not ever hesitate to reach out to me on any of my social medias. I will answer you. You guys will probably be surprised, but maybe you're not. I get a lot of direct messages from people that like say how inspiring I am, or like if they're having a rough time, I'll talk them through it. If I don't respond immediately, please be understanding. I work full time, 40 hours a week, as well as I have other things going on in my life. So don't ever think that I'm ignoring you, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. But please do not ever hesitate to reach out to me on any social medias. It doesn't matter to me when you do it, as long as you're doing it respectfully. But please do not hesitate, because I want to help you as much as you're helping me. Also, another bright side, I think, is I'm so much healthier than I ever was. I take good care of my body. I eat well. I'm really thoughtful about what I'm doing in relationship to how my body's feeling, kind of thing. Question 5 is all carbs, no carbs, or combination. I'm a combo girl. I'm not strictly high carb like some people do, really high carb and do well with diabetes. But I'm also not a zero carb person. I'm more of a low to mid carb person. If I lean more one way, it's low carb, but I'm not solely low carb. If I want to bolus for a whole entire bag of candy, I will go ahead and do so. I may regret it maybe a few hours later, but I will certainly do that. I try to use as much technique as possible, such as pre-bolusing and exercise, and making sure the sensitivity factors are all set and stuff like that to really make my blood sugars as good as possible. But I'm kind of a both. I personally find, for me though, the lower glycemic foods I eat when I'm at work and stuff like that, the better off I am. So I guess I lean more towards the no carb, low carb, but I am definitely a bother. If there's a piece of cake in front of me, I probably will take insulin and eat it. So number 6 is my favorite testing finger or site. My left index finger is my favorite. I don't know why my left index finger is my favorite. I think it's because I conveniently hold my gentile here and I just place it on my finger. By the way, this is on my right hand, this ring. But I don't know. I guess I also really poke right down here a lot with my gentile because it's a part of my hand that really doesn't get really sore after a poke. So that's probably my favorite place where I poke myself pretty regularly. It's either the index finger or this palm area here. And then the last one for this video is number 7. My biggest supporters are all of you. There is not a single person that I've interacted with here that I don't like or love. And, you know, when I mean love, I mean like genuine love, not like I'm going to... You get the point between love in a relationship, love in general, right? So I love everybody that I meet pretty much, and I can see a good characteristic out of every single person that I interact with, whether it's in my real day-to-day life or whether it's in this community. And you all are my biggest supporters. My family and my friends are also huge supporters. I've had pretty good support from my work, which is really nice to see. And I like support out in the general public as well, because I get a lot of questions about what these devices are. And to just spread that awareness and show that, like, hey, diabetes, like, there's more people living with it than you think, and it's more complicated than you think, and it's also very silent and hidden if you don't openly talk about it and share about it. And I want to make that clear that the more support that we all join in together, the more awareness we can spread about this disease and make this disease noticeable, not only within our community, but for the entire world. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Diabetes Awareness Month Part 1, Video 1, whatever you'd like to call it. And I wanted to share my tattoo. It's temporary. It just says never give up. It's a butterfly. And I've been literally babying it because I don't want it to fall off. But I got it from Warrior Tats. If I remember to link that, that'll be my third thing I got to remember to link down below. But please go check her out. They do all kinds of temporary tattoos. It's more for kids, and it's more of like a quick medical alert. But I love this butterfly one so much because y'all know I kind of like embrace the butterfly as kind of my symbol. I bought this for myself and just stuck it on at the beginning of November for diabetes awareness, and it's blue, and it's literally the middle of the butterfly is made up of a syringe, and it says never give up. So my word of advice to you, do not ever give up. Do not let this disease beat you. Do not let this disease stop you from doing anything you want to do. Do not give up. Huge, huge thing. You're going to have days in your life, no matter if it's diabetes related or not, that you're going to be like, ugh, what the heck is life throwing at me? Like, why? And you're going to be questioning why. But the main thing is don't ever give up. And when I've had rougher moments throughout this week, I mean, not saying my week was ungodly bad, but I had some moments where I'm like, what's going on with diabetes or something like that. I just looked at this and it said never give up. And I told myself, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up that fight. Fight for yourself, fight for your friends, fight for your family, fight for people you love, fight for the world. Fight. It's just, as cliche as I'm making myself sound right now, don't ever give up. That is the biggest thing I can convey to you, to anybody. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. I post as often as I can about type 1 diabetes plus more. Please stay tuned soon for Diabetes Awareness Month video, or part number 2. I'm going to go ahead and do the next 7 questions on this list. And again, feel free to talk to me on any of my socials. They're linked down below. That's why they're there. And if you have any questions, always comment them here too. I don't know how YouTube is doing with more crazy policies, because this is kind of a small business for me in a way. It's not like 100%. But I get all these things I gotta read and stuff, and I don't know if YouTube changed some things as far as policies for commenting. So I hope you're able to still comment on videos and stuff like that. Let's hope that continues, because I know YouTube is dealing with some other things right now. But anyways, Until next time for another video, take care, God bless, be kind, spread positivity, and be thankful. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.